Last week, I spoke to you about maintaining a proper set of books and how important accrual basis accounting is to controlling your enterprise. This week, we'll explore an important balance sheet item, accounts receivable. In any business, managing accounts receivable is mission critical. That is, unless you can eliminate it, which is an excellent goal. In any event, the goal of any accounts receivable manager is to collect it. And collections is all about management, systems, and incentives. First, from a management perspective, someone has to own accounts receivable. Typically, this ownership falls to your insurance coordinator. They're the OPR, the Office of Professional Responsibility, for the money owed to your practice. It's their job to manage your receivables and strive for improved performance. In many practices, the insurance coordinator has the responsibility of managing the individual claims, but often is not assigned the responsibility to manage receivables overall. That responsibility is cloudy. Clearly assigning that responsibility is fundamental to the delegation of authority, getting the management monkey off your back. Now that you've established management responsibility, you and your OPR need something to manage against, a performance indicator. That's your benchmark. The total dollar amount of your AR balance is not it. Reality is that your AR balance will grow as your business grows. The more important number to watch and manage is days receivable outstanding. This is the number of days that it would take you to collect your outstanding receivables based on your average daily receipts. In simple terms, it's calculated by taking your average daily collections, the last year's collections divided by 360 days, and then dividing your AR balance by that number. So if your AR balance is $100,000 and your average daily collection is $5,000, your days receivable is 20. That's the number to manage. If you stop doing business tomorrow, it would take you 20 days to collect that which you are owed. Our Cleinman Performance Network benchmark average is 21 days receivable outstanding. Now let's assume that your performance is at 28. With that comparative, you're clearly underperforming in terms of collections. This comparative establishes a clear objective to get to the benchmark. You and your OPR are looking at the same performance measurement. You're on the same page. Now the question is how to actually improve AR performance. In order to ascertain the how, you must have knowledge of what and the why. This is about systems. First, does your OPR have the tools they need to manage the benchmark? Is necessary information available to them? Have you provided training for the responsibility? Now, your OPR must perform a root cause analysis. Why would AR go unpaid? Is it because of misfiled claims? Quality? Is it because you're not filing in a timely manner? Quantity? Is it because they're not following up on unpaid claims? Effectiveness. Have your OPR review every AR balance outstanding and document the root cause of the payment delay. If you then group and analyze the causes, you'll identify where to invest improvement in collection energy. Another key issue is that the OPR must be empowered to lead your team towards improvement. If 15% of unpaid claims are the result of the technicians not completing a file correctly, then the OPR must have the authority to address that issue with training or through other means. You can't assign responsibility without assigning authority. The last element of a good collection system is incentives. Simply stated, you have to answer the question, what's in it for me? Perhaps you have a team incentive that incorporates days receivable, or you agree to bonus your OPR for each day that they reduce days receivable. Whatever method you use, it should be simple to understand and clearly tied to the critical number. Here's one example of a simple incentive plan. Ascertain the value of 1 day of receivables. Let's say it's $5,000. Decide what having that cash faster is worth to you. Is it worth $250 to collect $5,000? Provide the OPR with an incentive. Mary, for each day that you reduce days receivable outstanding, I'll provide a $250 bonus. And when you hit that Cleinman benchmark, I'll pay you an extra $500. Only pay the incentive once. In other words, if days receivable drops to 27 from 28, they get the bonus. But if days receivable retracts back to 28, they have to hit 26 days before they get the bonus payment. Managing collections is all about assigning responsibility, authority, and providing the tools necessary to get the job done. Like inventory, accounts receivable is often a hidden treasure that responds well to proper management. And keeping your funds flowing is fundamental to the success of your enterprise.